Good morning. Today is Friday, March 5th. Let's take a look at the market. So it seems like we couldn't hold this level yesterday at a daily close. Not good. However, just keep in mind that it's a little late to go on the short side, and we're about to get across today for sure, unless we pump up to like 390 or something like that on SPY at least. I'd be looking for a market open to be positive, start off negative and then positive, or just straight off positive, because we need to retest this 50. Well, the market can do what it wants to do, but we need to retest this 50 EMA on the daily. So where is that coming? So if we can see SPY above 378.46, I'd probably be looking for 381.90, something like that. So 381, 382, somewhere around there, just to wick up, and I'll get stopped around the 10 simple, before the 10 simple. But as long as we close in below the pivot line, I'd still be looking for a little bit further down. However, right now, if I'm looking at the 4-hour, it's looking like it's getting a little strength. So well, right now, actually, pre-market, we are coming up. So look for resistance around the 200 exponential. If we can trade above that, I mean, this is going to be a pretty tough resistance to break. 200 simple, 200 exponential, all aligning with the 10 simple crossing down, and also the pivot point. So that's all coming into play. I'm just gonna go really quickly. There's not much to update from yesterday. Let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we were looking for rejection around 52.7. We got 52.65, pretty close. And then I was looking further downside. It looks like it's getting there. However, let's look at other time frames. So yeah, 12 hours testing the bear zone, breaking the 50. Not exactly good. Let's look at daily. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is not good. So I'll explain something here, very important, and you really need to keep an eye on this. So 10 simple is crossing down to 21, while the price is crossing below it. This is bearish. Now on top of that, you have the momentum starting off to the downside and crossing down after an attempt to get out of the bearish zone and rejection. Not good. Now, from the weekly recap, I was looking for the low 40s. There is a potential, perhaps with a wick, to come down to the high 30s, but breaking this is on a closing basis. If we do end up closing below this box, I'd probably be looking for the low 30s at that point, which will be aligning at that somewhere around the 200 exponential on a daily will come into play. And by that time, unless you just get a massive drop, I'm expecting this to meet up with the support line around 32,000. But let's take this one day at a time. The most important close is going to be today as far as the weekly. If we take a look at the futures, it looks like kind of just trading sideways, which is okay. However, this is kind of getting rejection as well. So pay attention to the close of today for Bitcoin futures. It's going to be very important. NASDAQ daily indecision candle so far. What do we got with this one? Let's take a look at 4-hour. All right, so 4-hour, as long as we remain around above 137 on NASDAQ, that's NDAQ. As long as we remain above the 200 exponential here, it's basically 137. I'd be looking for resistance around 138, 28, which is pretty much where we're at. We're at 138 right now. And then if we can get above that, I mean, there's a lot of resistance above. If we can get above that, I'd be looking for 139.86, followed by 141.44. I just want to see a resolution of this coming into today. It seems like today, Friday, is just setting up for a potential bounce into next week. So you can kind of see how this is forming a distribution or accumulation, but everything's on the negative, so it's building a picture of distribution. So just keep an eye on that. I'd still be looking for a little lower, but again, one day at a time, and I'm waiting for the weekly close to happen for me to determine anything. Yep, so we're retesting this. Yeah, not exactly good. Actually, so 30,481. That's a good bound zone. If we can stay above that, I'd be looking for 31,558. So 31,560, let's say. If we can do that, then that's good. Otherwise, we're looking for 29,30, somewhere around the 200s. Yeah, that's pretty good. 30,000. 29, 30,000. All right, guys, keep an eye for the weekly update. It's going to be pretty important, just so confirmations of downtrend. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Trade safe. Enjoy your weekend.